Hi children, we meet again today. Last 2 or 3 lessons I can remember we did some problems on angles, vertical opposite angles, angles on straight line and angles on parallel lines. So all those things are very, very important because almost every question there will be, these angles will be there. Today I thought of doing a few exercises on parallel lines and all these types of angles. Look at this figure. Now, this line is parallel to this line, and this line is parallel to this line. So, we have two pairs of parallel lines. This line is parallel to this line, and this line is parallel to this line. Now, here we have P, this angle is P, and this angle is Q. Now, question is, show that P is equal to Q. I'll call this A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E. Now, these are questions based entirely on parallel lines. Now, we have to prove that angle P, this P is equal to angle Q. So, when you look at the diagrams, it's a W like, and it looks confused like, but it's very simple. We studied in parallel lines. When there are parallel lines, definitely we'll be having alternate angles, corresponding angles, and allied angles, or in one of those or all of those. So we have to expect, when there are parallel lines, we have to expect any one of those. So in this figure, you'll notice that it has an N and an N or a Z. So can you see? Here this is coming like an N, like something like an N. Here also like an N. So when N or either comes, it is definitely alternate angle. So can you see this parallel line? So this also will be P. So we can say angle BCD is equal to P when you look at this figure. And also if you look at this side, this parallel line and this parallel line, you will notice that you get another Z. Another Z. Z means it is alternate angles. So again angle BCD is equal to Q. So BCD is equal to P, this angle BCD is equal to this angle BCD is equal to Q, therefore P is equal to Q. So it's very easy, only 3 steps for that. So these are all based on parallel lines and then coming with alternate angles. We'll take another figure. Look at this figure. Here we have something like an obtuse angle, and these 3 lines are parallel. These 3 lines are parallel. So the question is, find the value of PQR. Angle PQR. Find the value of angle PQR. So when you look at it like this, it looks confusing, and you won't be able to understand what is happening. So, but you go deep into it, you'll be able to find out the solution. First of all, when parallel lines, as I told you before, you'll be coming across alternate angles, corresponding angles, and allied angles. Now, for alternate angles, we need the letter Z or N. For corresponding angles, we need the letter F. Now, can you see there is a letter F here? Here, if you cover this, you get an F. These are the parallel lines F. So, what is the angle corresponding to the letter F? It is corresponding angles. So, here can you see the letter F? So, this angle is equal to 60. Corresponding angles. Same way, we get another F here. Can you see F with the 2 parallel lines? So, we have another outside and angle inside. So, here we have this angle equal to 70 corresponding angles. So, you have to be able to identify the corresponding angles with the letter F, one inside and outside. Here you can the letter F, it is of course in a different way. So this is, if this is one outside, one inside. So this is 60, this is all 60. Same way, here this, you get a letter F, one outside, one inside, 70, 70. So what is the angle PQR now? PQR is equal to, PQR is equal to 70 plus 60. That is equal to 130 degrees. So this angle is equal to 130 degrees. Okay, we'll take another example. Okay, look children, these are another example on parallel lines. Now we have three parallel lines, and this line, I mentioned the name for this line. This is called transversal. This is also another line called transversal. These two transversal are cutting at this point here. Now we have A, B, E and D. We have to find the values of those angles. Now first of all, if you look at the diagram here, look at the diagrams, you should be able to identify the F and the Z and the N and all that. So immediately when you look at this, can you see the Z? So immediately we can say A is equal to 60. Parallel lines are very easy. Only thing is you need a lot of practice to identify the letters and the Z and F and the U. So A we have found out immediately. Same way we can look at this one. You get F here. F of A is in this side. So this is one outside, one inside. So immediately we can say B is equal to 40. B is equal to 40. Okay, now after that, now we have found two angles. Now look at this parallel line and this parallel line. Now we take this big F here. So here this is 40 degrees. So immediately you can say this is also 40. Here can you see the F with the parallel line, 40, 40. Then immediately now what is the rule here? This is a straight line. This is a straight line, and angles on a straight line we know that add up to 180 degrees. So if this is 40, D is equal to 180 minus 40, that is equal to 140. So immediately we have found D. And B, how to find B? B we have simple way of finding. There are two ways of finding B. First of all, we have the allied angle, but that's a different, longer method. But we can see B and E, they are vertical opposite angles, B and E. Here two lines are intersecting. So B is equal to E, E is equal to 40 degrees. So we have found all the angles. So first of all, A is equal to 60 degrees, alternate angles. B is equal to 40 degrees, corresponding angles. Then again, we have this angle equal to 40 degrees, corresponding angles. Then we have angles on a straight line equal to adding up to 100 degrees. So if this is 40, this is equal to 180 minus 40, 140. So B and E comes to as vertical opposite angles equal to 40 degrees. Or we can take D and D as allied angles. Allied angles or allied or interior angles. In some books they call it interior angles. Interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So D plus the 180 degrees. So this is 140. This should be 40. So we'll take another example. Right. Look at this. Now we have two pairs of parallel lines. Look at this. This is one pair of parallel lines. These are another pair of parallel lines. And they are cutting each other. So now when you look at this figure carefully, you will notice that this is 100 degrees, this is 50 degrees. And we have to find A, B and C. Now if you look at it carefully, you will notice that this line and this line, here these are two parallel lines. So they are making a U with a parallel line. U like this. So if they make a U, that means they are interior angles or allied angles. If this is 50, this has to be 130 because allied angles add up to 180 degrees. So if this is 50, A should be equal to 130. Means we found out A. The same way we have here. You get a U. Can you see? These are two parallel lines, A and C. A and C make a U. Now A we have found out as 130. So C has to be 50. Then how to find B? B. There also we get allied angles. Here, can you see? These are the two parallel lines and these are transversal cutting. So you get a U here. So allied angle coming here, all are allied angle. Allied angle coming add up to 180 degrees. So this 100, this should be 80. So B is equal to 80. So in this particular case we don't have alternate angles or corresponding angles, but all case of allied angles, this is very important, because every time you will be getting alternate angles or corresponding angles. So only thing is you have to identify the letter U with the parallel lines. So here 50 and A, they make a U. So this should be 50, 130. Here C and A make a U. So 130 means this should be 50. Same way here, B and 100 make allied angles. 100 means B should be 80. So we'll take one more example, last example. Okay, look at this. We have a pair of parallel lines, and these are transversal, and they are given this angle as 3x and this angle as 2x. Now we don't get any alternate angles or corresponding angles here directly. So what we should do is, we can simply make alternate or corresponding angles or allied angles or angles on straight line by using the rules in parallel lines. Now look at this one here. Now you get this as F. Can you see the F coming like this? Here, F. So F means, now these are parallel lines. So F means corresponding angles. So one inside, one outside. This is 2x, this is all we know that here 2x. Using corresponding angles, we got this angle as 2x. Then can you see this straight line? Straight line, the angles are up to 180 degrees. So if this is 2x and this is 3x, 3x plus 2x is equal to 180 degrees. So we use that rule. Equal 180 degrees. Statement. So 5x equals 180 degrees. Therefore x is equal to 180 divided by 5, that is equal to 36 degrees. So x equals 36 degrees. So 2x will be 72, like that you go on finding the angles. So these are what today children. You have to do a lot of exercises for you to get familiar with these parallel lines. The more exercise you do, the more familiar you will get. I hope you have liked the lesson. If you liked it, please subscribe.